that down tilt, but also that short hop fair to check you, and that is going to get beat out if you put too much pressure on shield coming up here in this first game.
What's crazy here is that I believe the last time these players had played was at Riptide. So the Palu versus Rob, you saw right here that Zomba actually was able to put in a lot of work within that set. So he's looking to try to replicate the same thing here. Louis Money now coming out, swinging already with that back air right over the gyro.
Yeah, the biggest thing for Zomba here is to condition Louis Money onto the ground. You do not want him short hopping against you, because then you get a bunch of free grabs, especially down to pressure like we're seeing. So he's putting out a lot of these nairs. Now you have to watch out for your recovery. He's going to go chase you off stage, but that was really good recognition from Louis to recover high. Zomba's going to keep that in the back of his mind, though, as he goes for that again later.
Exactly. You're going to have to watch out for that side B by the blast zone, but he also just not only did it catch his jump, but it also he just jumped back. He was like, all right, you got that. It does it again right when he comes out of the heaven platform.
He's so aggressive. Like, whenever you look at Robs and the way that they try to, like, set up their pressure game, Zomba just believes that he's better than you, and he will go for whatever he wants. He's a very confident young man. Also, I believe he's like 15 or 16, so another one of that next wave of really good players that are on the come up. And Louis is going to have his money worked out for him, but the thing is, this is Mr. Game 5, so if we get to the end of this all, it could be a bad time for Zomba.
True. Also reminds me of the Louis Money story, too. Louis Money also starting off when he was really young, just putting in a lot of work with that Mario, that OG Mario that he had from Smash 4, now replicating that with the Palu here in Ultimate, and being able to catch that gyro from the tech, though. Like the attempt with the forward smash, but Zomba is running away with this. 112, he gets that back here, sends Louis Money right back towards the ledge, but he keeps getting hit with the gyro and now the side B to confirm that second stop.
That's so free at that point, too, because if there's no jump, all you have to do is react to sound cue from the Palutena teleport, and as soon as you hear the warp or the startup, you instantly go ahead and punish it. But Louis, able to close that out there. A Palutena stock can happen at any time. All you need is one nair into another one, and triple up airs, you get that KO. So Zomba needs to make sure he doesn't get too aggressive here, which is not really his playbook, so he does not end up throwing away the game.
No, yeah, you can see him actually just trying to dance around Louis Money. He's not trying to overcommit unless he has the opportunity like he has right now. He keeps calling out Louis Money, just jumping constantly out of disadvantage, and he's loving it. Another one right here, too. He manages to DI at least towards the stage, but you see Zomba trying to follow up with the up air.
I am loving his frame traps. His pressure on short hop, he just keeps putting himself in positional pressure. It's like, oh, there's your jump, and there is your teleport, and there is my ridiculous down air. Go ahead and get that first game. Look at him. He's just so composed. And once again, this is a player who truly believes, yeah, I'm just better than you. And you need that confidence level to be up here on that big stage to continue to move forward in these brackets.
It's like one of the faster first games that we've had so far, I feel like, honestly, at that point. I'm playing so confidently. Yeah, it's like what you said, too. You're a sitting duck, especially when you're forced to come back from below the ledge here. That down air just lingering for so long, easy to try to scoop you up, two-frame you before you could get back into the invincibility of the ledge. But also jumping into that gyro at the very start of the game was a nail in the coffin for the momentum to flow more so in favor for Zomba.
Yep, Rob doesn't need to give up stage position. Oh, Cat reading out the high recovery. Does wait a little bit longer before he just goes for the teleport there, but that was almost a 0 to death.
That was so scary. See the up airs now too. Something that Palu obviously really loves to do is a lot of those airs, but that's what's been punishing the Louis Money here. Zomba now managing to get back here, but the scoop up with the dash attack. So Louis Money now is just trying to use these platforms now that we've moved over to Town and City as a way to try to mix up some of that landing.
Exactly, especially on the setup where you have them a little bit lower on the sides. You can now jump higher or teleport higher to get yourself away from those ledge traps. But if that up air goes through off the top, you can snap out a really good stock. However, gonna reset, put him back off. I'm surprised that laser didn't connect somehow. There's that high recovery you were just alluding to a second ago.
Yeah, the platform right there, the insurance that Louis Money really wants here, but jumping into the gyro now, setting him up by the ledge. You saw the attempt with the aggressive way to get back to the stage, the attempt with the back air. He didn't land it right here, but he at least does manage to get that grab. The lingering and the aggression too, just trying to keep Zomba on that platform, but Zomba's been able to land with Nair pretty consistently.
Yeah, and the biggest thing, you need to get Rob to fear actually pressing Nair on landing. They're going to do it. We all know it's coming as he goes for another one there. It's auto-cancelable, it's safe, but up throw at that percent, even with the Town and City height, is going to get the KO because of that rage. That was really well played from Zomba. Now, what does he do about keeping that lead here, Vicky, is the key factor if he can move forward 2-0 in the set.
Well, especially since he has to play this by the ledge. He does manage to get that up air. Great tech, though, from Louis Money. He manages to still maintain this aggressive position to keep him by the stage, or by the ledge, rather, to follow up after trying to get that punch with the side B here. But you see Zomba, he's on phase, 154%, still holding on to all those stocks and climbing, making that gap even bigger for Louis Money to deal with.
You saw Zomba wanted to jump read really bad out of him there. It just keeps getting away from ledge pressure over and over again. Now, if Louis does get this stock, I wouldn't be surprised if he tried to go for what I saw him against Aaron earlier. He put gyro down at ledge, got the bounce off, and went for a downer to seal out a really early stock. So Zomba doing an amazing job holding this lead, though. Non-committal, staying in center stage, so if he does get whiff punish, Vicky, he doesn't take a really hard whiff punish. That way he can keep himself in center stage.
And you know what I'm really liking from Louis Money right now that he's able to get that back throw too, just dashing in and closing that gap, is he's not just trying to jump around Zomba, only he's trying to space out a lot of those arrows, those back airs too, but he does get clipped by that gyro, opts to get to the ledge for that ledge invincibility.
Yeah, and Zomba hasn't gone for back air at ledge in quite some time. I feel like he's letting that go on purpose, so that way he can get Louis to jump in, but you don't even need it when he decides to jump on top of your shield like that.
Alrighty, Zomba's taking that first game, looking to try to take the second one right here. That was so scary. He scoops him up by the ledge, still going, and the platform actually trying to help him out, but you saw that Zomba was ready with the up tilt.
Yeah, his reward on the hit, every time he gets an opportunity to get damage on the Louis, he cashes out so much, and if he caught that dash attack, he would have been able to chase him off stage for free. But there's the first time we caught an air dodge on landing from Louis. Louis looking like he's starting to catch a little bit better on the landings. Granted, he's behind pretty far right now. He has to think about that in game number 3.
I like the shield pressure here. It's looking like Louis Money just trying to utilize a lot of these arrows to try to mix up on shield here too. Tosses back the gyro. I like the patience too, not jumping by the ledge like he has been doing so often.
Now what do you do here in center stage? Trying to find a big read on the down air to be able to confirm into a back air or an up air if he read the DI. Now Zomba going for another aggressive landing option, trying to catch him going towards the stage rather than towards the ledge. That was the meanest left hook all night. That haymaker coming through looked like a dash cancel F tilt, picking up the gyro and sealing the deal 2-0 here, Vicky.
Yeah, even if the gyro hadn't hit him, you saw he was ready to still convert off of it too. That was beautiful from Zomba, taking game number 2 and now looking to try to take that last game here of the set, which would be absolutely huge. Again, we were just highlighting Louis Money is first seed currently to try to get into the championships.
And a very similar situation right now to what happened earlier. Aaron was up 2 games on Louis in a very similar fashion to what we're seeing right now. The games were more so dominant in Aaron's favor. And then Louis turned it up. Tremendously turned it up. And game 5 was very close. But does Louis Money do it again here? Does Zomba shut it down to take over #1 seed for the qualifying spots? Remember, there's only 8 spots available, and there are a lot of big names still left as he run it back here to PS2.
I just love the way that we're seeing Zomba make this improvement too, because the last time these two players had faced off, like I was saying before in Riptide, it was Louis Money that had won that set 2-1 in general. But the first time they played, Louis Money actually decided to contest him with Mario. So something that Louis Money understands here, that Zomba has been difficult, but the double parry coming in, this is a momentum shift going in favor for Louis Money, trying to take that elevator up, but Zomba just jumping out of that situation.
It's like Louis is just one of those people who intentionally makes you, like, let you feel good. Like, yeah, go ahead. You think you're nice? You think you're nice? I bet. Now I'm going to reverse 3-0 you. It just gets so much better when he ends up losing. It's crazy.
It's got a built-in rage factor. Like, what?
Actually pulling off a noobish strats with Lucario IRL. Like, what does Zomba do to shut it down? We'll see, because right now he's currently getting mixed a lot, and he's having a hard time getting in. He does finally get up there on the Lucha get-up, though.
He didn't know that Louis Money wanted to roll right there. Tries to get that tech chase, too, with that down tilt. You see Louis Money just trying to get that wake up into side B2. Gets that dash attack to scoop him up. But it's just been so difficult to keep Zomba up in the air, which is where Louis Money would excel the best. That up tilt is going to seal the deal. 146 after hit.
Asking you shall receive, sent straight to the skies right there off that up tilt. Now, Louis has him in a spot where he can start to play out of shield now. Granted, he's having a hard time doing that because he almost gets KO'd by that down air at the ledge.
Lisa gets popped up, counting his blessings, 119, avoids the gyro this time, not jumping into it, holding on to that jump. It's like we were just saying, but he knew he was going to roll back. He was expecting another roll, or at least pushing him closer to the ledge to get that follow-up.
That move really survived so many patches. Like, if there's one thing that confuses me the most, it's that down tilt. But now, these reads on the spot dodges, the drag down, you could like sense the energy shift. You see how Louis is just continuously holding advantage, and he's keeping that advantage.
Zomba shook his head too. He knew right before that spike, he knew that the momentum now is in favor for Louis Money. He's trying to reverse this. I love the delay with that side B, but the tech, Louis Money was ready.
That was so smart. He like held in towards that to force the tech, and now Louis is going to lose his stock here to the up throw. But Louis is looking so much better. And once you start revealing body language like that, because they're sitting across from each other, if you happen to see someone do a big head shake, start taking advantage of it. As we see more out of shield game coming in here, Vicky, a lot of damage for Louis.
Boop, boop, boop. Down low complete. Louis Money now scoops up with a dash attack. It's just impressive. He's down 2 games, and he's playing this like it's the first game too here. Quite insane. 39% only on his second stock. He saw Zomba try to get that read on the jump. The reflect. Now, that was the first reflect I believe that we have seen, but sends the gyro right back in favor of Zomba, who's just trying to fight for his life to get back into the stage.
Oh my god, this has turned into a one-player game right now. I don't believe that was meant to be an explosive play by that side. I think he wanted to go the other way, but still at 133 to 56%, a stock up. You're looking the game for at this point, except for the fact it is Rob, so your stock could just disappear at any given second, much like almost right there, and it covers him on the frame chat. So immediately, as said, immediately done, and you have to watch out now if you're Louis, because you could die at like 20 off another one of those side Bs.
Especially when you're trying to play by the ledge like this. This is such a scary situation. This is exactly where Zomba wants to try to keep Louis Money, but saw Louis Money now getting out of that grab. 160 on Zomba. Does manage to land safely here too. You see Louis Money now trying to play this a lot more passively, not trying to be overly aggressive. He gets that back throw.
I gotta say, unless Zomba shuts it down right now, this is going game 5, last hit, because the way that Louis has been playing, he's got the momentum in his favor, but Zomba can shut it down off of one really good Chi string. That's why he's trying to find the down tilt trip into the nair, into the side B. He wants it really bad. There's a grab, Vicky. That's his jump. He's forced to recover down to the ledge. It might be a downer, but he avoids it.
Oh, but he still gets caught by the side B, and he's got range. 184, great DI, 99% only on Louis Money. He managed to get back to the ledge. This is so close. The double up tilt. He's looking for the up air. He waited in that situation.
And he nared on a disadvantage, but now he goes for the back throw, sends him off stage. Now he's got to be forced to recover low. He went for back air last time, but he goes for side B this time. Louis going deep for the nair, and he goes too deep.
No
and
way.
Louis throws away the set. The nair on paper made a lot of sense, but he goes too far, and he ends up giving up the set. And Zomba is going to take it 3-0 here and taking over that coveted #1 seed now for the LCQ.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. The way Zomba kept himself composed for that? Can we talk about he went from shaking his head, getting spiked for his second stock, to just completely bringing that back and keeping Louis Money on that ledge, putting in so much pressure. We talk about the lingering hitbox for the side B. We talk about the lingering hitbox on that down air. At that point, Louis Money knew he was in trouble. That momentum halted so quick for that last stock.
Rob is a cheater. And that is the thing with this character.
I'm glad you brought up the down tilt,
You
too.
are never, ever out of the game as Rob, and that's one of the biggest key factors to knowing that is you need to be able to take advantage of that as the match goes on. But still, try to stay eating good. Even after that stock loss there with the SD, Zomba taking it 3-0 here to move forward in bracket after that incredible run. See,
that right there too. That was kind of like that down complete where he was able to get that read where he knew he was going to jump, and then the option coverage with the side B. Where do you go?
Remember that cheater statement? He double jumped, right? He double jumped backward, and then he was still able to side B and then made it back afterwards, because this character is blessed with good fortune and also great devs who did nothing about him. But still, we are going to survive with him, much like Palu, a great character as well, and still Zomba looking so strong in that set. Even prior to that moment, had the 2-0 lead, had really solid play, and was also working his way off to get himself that W anyway. So very, very impressed with Zomba, the way that he handled that matchup, because Louis has been looking good all day.
Yeah, I've been having so much fun watching a lot of these sets too. Again, we talk about how it feels like it's been flying by, but it's been